Hey guys, Mike here at MH Tutorials. Welcome back to part 2 of how to model a Willys Jeep. All right. Now, today we are going to focus on the undercarriage or the chassis. Okay. So we're just going to take our window and we're just going to move that out of the way. Actually, we're just going to hit Control H to hide it. Okay. We're going to leave our wheels and our axles in place here because we can use that as a reference. And I'm going to load an additional reference image. For that, I'm going to switch to this view here, go to View, Image Plane, Import Image, and let's see what that thing is called. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to hit R, I'm going to scale that up, and I'm just going to move that upwards so we kind of have an idea what we're talking about here. Okay. All right. I'm just going to push that back a little. It's not in our way. And we're going to start by modeling a cube for the side section of the frame. All right. Now this model should fit, so we'll see if that's going to work out for us. And if not, we'll have to modify. Okay. So we're going to start with a polygon cube. Let's just drag that out. And we're going to pull that up. We're going to check it against this right here. I'll hit 5 for shaded mode so we can see what we're doing. We're going to first create the overall length that roughly fits our model. So right click vertex, drag like that, pull that over. Okay, so lengthwise that's about right. We're gonna right click, go to object mode, hit R and stretch it out just a little. So we approximately have the right thickness as well. There we go. And now we're going to go to our polycube tab and oops, let's see. Should have done that first. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, just quickly grab a new cube. There we go. Pull that up. And we'll do, let's see, in height, nope. Depth, yeah. We need quite a few, so let's start with 30, that's fine. Hit F to zoom in, bring that down, move that to the end, that kind of fits. We're going to hold down D on our keyboard to move our pivot point over to the end. And then we're going to hit R and we're going to stretch it out until we are good at both ends. And again, roughly, okay? Hit Q on your keyboard, modify center pivot to get our pivot point back. And yes, that's the case, good. So now let's start to tweak this, okay? We're going to right click, go to vertex, drag like this. Actually, this one is still fairly okay. And we're going to start to move these up. Now, keep in mind that about 80% of this we won't even see in the final model, but just to keep it, kind of realistic, we'll do it this way, okay? So we're going to move over here, and we're not going to go nuts on details either. I mean, if it's good, it's good, right? Just zoom in a little bit. And we're kind of going to follow that top line. All right. So we got that. We're going to bring that in a bit. So right click object mode, hit R, and kind of push that in. All right. Now we're going to hit, let's see, yeah, we'll hit 3 on our keyboard to see where we need to make adjustments. But all in all, yeah, not quite sure if we are going to do that actually. We'll see. Yeah, so I need 2 of these. So I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate, W to move that over. And I'm going to select these both, go to Mesh, Combine, modify Center Pivot, hit E to rotate them to -90. And now from this view, I'm going to hit W and bring them down. As you can see, spacing is a bit off. And also, funny enough, in this drawing, these dimensions are off a bit as well. But we'll kind of figure it out, okay? But first, we're going to go to Mesh and Separate. We'll take the bottom one and bring that back up. Now, because this is not equal to this as far as dimensions are concerned, the spacing could be a bit off, but we'll fix that when we get there, all right? Now we know that we need a number of cross sections, and again, we're not going to go nuts on the details, so we're just going to use cubes to do that. So we'll take a polygon cube, pull that up, bring that in, bring that up. From our top view, hit F to zoom in. 4 for wireframe mode. Wow, that's not really visible. We'll do 5 and X-ray mode. And bring that in. We'll check on the height. So we'll bring that in and then right click. Vertex, take those and bring that in. Now let's figure out where these cross members are, okay? So right click object mode. We're gonna have one here. Just bring these vertices up a bit. Okay, so we know for sure we have one there. We're gonna hit Control D to copy. We'll have one there. Control D to copy once again. And we have no idea where they are in height, so we'll have to fix that later, okay? And we'll squeeze that one in a bit. And we're going to have one up front here, so hit Control D for that. And actually, I'm just going to pull that out and delete it because this frame section here is going to be part of my front bumper, I assume, okay? So we're going to create that section up here. So for that, we are going to create a cube. Give that some height, bring that in, hit E to rotate, -90, it's good. W to bring that out and up. Go back to our reference, hit R to scale that in. And we're going to bring that down and in like that. R to push it in a little, and W to bring that up. And then we'll go to, let's see, edit mesh, mesh tools, insert edgeloop tool, option box, multiple edges, and do 2. We're going to add them right there. And we're going to hit R, and we're going to push them out to the ends, like that. So that will enable us, hit F to zoom in, to right click, go to face, select that one and that one, go to edit mesh and extrude, hit W and pull out, and then go back here, pull them out and hit R and push them out and focus on the outer lines, not the inner lines. So these lines are maybe a bit back. They're good. Okay. And then we're going to right click vertex, select that one and that one. And we're going to hit R once again. And we're going to push them out until they are pretty much symmetrical. So now that we created all this stuff, we're going to have to figure out where they all belong, right? So right click object mode, hit W, push that in here somewhere. Okay. Now we're going to take the whole deal, not that whole deal. Try that again. Yeah, we're going to take that, mesh, combine, modify, center pivot, hit E and rotate to 90. Let's check with our frame up here. That should still be all okay. And let's see where our elements are positioned. Now, we're going to go to mesh separate. We're going to take this guy, modify center pivot, bring that down a bit. Okay, take that guy, modify center pivot, bring that in. And where is the guy back here? Either I forgot to create it or I don't know what's the deal there, but okay, so we'll hit Control D to duplicate it. Just check it from this view right here. That would be about there. Bring that up. It's fitting in okay. And now the only thing we need to figure out now is whether the chassis fits what we have so far. And it looks to be a bit narrow. And it is, as you can see. So we need to position this correctly, which means that I have to check my points here. And you can't see it from here, so that's kind of a bummer. And you can't see it from here at all. Okay. All right. So that means that what we're going to do is we are going to bring this down, move it over, and we'll have to adjust that in a sec, but that's fine. We're just dealing with the width right now. We're going to go to mesh separate, and we'll take that guy, modify center pivot, pull that over, take all of this stuff, right click vertex, drag select these vertices, come on, right click vertex, just going to hit F to zoom in. It's kind of hard to see. Let's try it from this angle. Okay, so I'm going to take that one, and that one, mesh combine, right click vertex, drag select those, and bring that in to my frame, which is good. I'll take this guy and, oops, What was that? Not exactly what I expected. Vertices, vertices. That's good and done. All right. Modify center pivot. Move that over. Let's get that centered. And that is obviously pretty important. There we go. And then let's see if we need to change anything. I think we're good. All right. So now that we got that, we can see from this angle, because there's a little section visible, you can see that the whole deal is a bit big. Okay. So we're going to combine the entire chassis. We've got one thing we need to fix back here. Right click vertex, and there we go. So we're going to take these, and this, mesh, combine, and it looks like we're going to need to scale this somewhat. So we're going to hit R, and that is more to the length of our object here. This looks slightly better from our axle point of view. So we can check that because our axles should be free, and they are. So we can actually bring that down a bit. And we'll know better where we're at when we have our springs in place. Okay, so that's good. Let's see how we're doing on time here. Okay, we got time, that's fine. Now, what we're going to do next is we are going to focus on our basic frame shape, or yeah, body, or whatever you want to call that. All right. So we're going to create a polygon cube, and initially we're going to do that as a reference. We're going to pull that up, pull it in. Okay. And let's check this guy here. So yeah. Okay. Looks like I'm going to need to have some additional reference images, but I'll pick that up in a later tutorial. That's fine. We're just going to go to this view here. I'm going to scale that in, bring that down, and we're going to focus on the section pretty much starting here. All right. So we're going to right click the vertex, drag click the top two, let's say from there. All right. And I'll scale it in, not like that, as an object, just so we can try to maintain somewhat similar spacing, if you will. Okay. Now, how does that look? Check from our top view. Okay, just to get a good starting point. I'll just both have them touch the outer dimensions of the frame. So we're good there. Okay. What was I looking for? Okay. So right click face, edit mesh, extrude. We're going to pull that out. Pull that out. There we go. G to repeat, W to pull out again, G to repeat, W to pull out again, and we'll right click, go to vertex, drag that one up, G to repeat, W to pull out again. Actually, that doesn't work. I'm so sorry. Edit mesh, extrude. And what I'll do is I'll focus on the top and I'll fix the bottom later, all right? So pull that out and up. G to repeat, W to pull out. G to repeat, W to pull out. G, W, G, W. And just work your way to the end, okay? Now, like I said, need to tweak down here. So right click vertex, bring that one down, bring that one down, and actually we'll bring that one in a bit. Take this guy, bring that up. And again, this is a rough reference so far. That's not bad. We'll take that down. And we'll take that down. And we'll go to insert edge loop tool. And we'll actually only need one, sorry. Option box. We'll do one about there. Hit Q on your keyboard, right click vertex, hit W and bring that down. And we'll hit G to repeat. We'll do one there. Q on the keyboard, right click vertex, take that one and kind of bring that up. All right. So let's see what we have so far. All right. Now we are going to, let's see, that section is good. Here, this will contain our seats. Okay. Let's have a look at the hood. And for that, we will actually just take our reference image, right click object mode, move that out, just study the shape a little bit. As you can see, it's curved on the side. It's fairly flat as far as we can tell from this end. Okay, so we're going to take a polygon cube, drag that out, pull that up, and give it some height. Hit R to scale it in, W to move it towards our reference image, hit F to zoom in, and let's check that from this view here. Okay, so we're going to bring that in. And we already know that it's going to be sticking out because it's going to float downwards. So we're going to pull it out like so. And we are going to right click on the vertex, take these two, bring them down here. All right. And then we are going to Would have been easier to have that a bit thicker, but that's fine. Right-click face, edit mesh, and extrude. There we go. I'll go back to this view, hit W, push that out, and R to scale out, G to repeat, W to pull out, and R to scale out, G to repeat, W to pull out, and R to scale out, G to repeat, W to pull out, and R to scale out. Okay. Right click vertex, take this row here, bring it out just a little. Okay. We are going to go to Mesh Tools, insert edgeloop tool. We're going to add an edge around there, not too close to the edge. Like that. We're going to hit Q on our keyboard. And let's see what we have so far. All right. Then we're going to right click, go to vertex. And we're going to select these vertices. And these vertices. We're going to hit W and we're going to start to bring that down. Looks like it's only playing ball at one end for some reason. Not quite sure why. I'll just try and select them from the top here. Cell 1. I think that the reason is that I didn't have all the vertices from top and bottom. That's why it's important to drag select them and not click them. Let's see if that looks better. Yeah, it does. Okay. So that said, let's check it from this view. So right click object mode. Have to zoom in. And again, it's very, very hard to see from this angle. And with the reference images that we have, but we're getting close to an initial shape here. Okay. Let's see what happens if we hit 3. Not too bad, actually. I will need to add 2 edge loops down here. So insert edge loop tool. We'll do one down here and one down there. Hit Q on your keyboard, right click object mode and hit 3. All right. So that kind of gives us our hood so far. Let's check it from the height position. So that's it. And as you can see, it needs to, actually, I would say it needs to come down, but it's not even that bad. Okay, so that's that. We are going to go to window, display, show all, which will give us our window back. Where did we leave that guy? There it is. We're going to bring that in. I have to zoom in. We're going to push that down, push that out, hold down the D key and bring our pivot point down here. Just check something here. That all seems to be good. We're going to hit E to rotate. And we don't necessarily have to have the exact same angle as our reference. We are going to stretch it just slightly. And let's see what we have so far. Okay, in a very odd way, it's starting to look somewhat like a Jeep. Okay, now we have this opening at the wheels here. Now we can't have this cutting into our wheels, obviously. So it looks like the major frame section here is too wide. So we're going to bring that in because we need to have our wheels to be able to spin freely if you want. Okay, so what we can do now is we can create these sections here and just trying to see if we have any good reference for that. Not great, but we'll do the best with what we have. All right, so we're going to create another polygon cube. We're going to bring that up. We're going to check it from this view right here, which is kind of tricky because obviously we have our model in front of our reference, but that's fine. We're going to hit R. We're going to bring that down. And it looks like it's a bit thicker up there. So we'll go with that. Right click vertex, take these two and bring that in. I think it's about there. Okay. Then we are going to right click face, select that, edit mesh, extrude, hit W and pull out. And we are going to pull out and down. So hit F to zoom in, bring that up just a little. And it looks like we need to tweak these vertices somewhat. So we're going to take that vertex, put them there, and take that one, put them over there, take that one, push that down, and then from there, right click face, edit mesh, extrude, hit W, bring that out, hit F to zoom in, and now I'm not quite sure how far this guy is going. Looks like it's only going to about here. So that's cool. However, we need to right click at a vertex, select these, and bring the whole deal down a little. And take the bottom two vertices and bring that one up. Okay. So that would be that. Right click object mode. Let's see how that relates to our shape here. Okay, that would probably work. Check from our front image to see how far these things stick out. Just beyond our wheels, actually. So we're going to check it from the front. I said from the front. There you go. Okay, so that would be about there. And Control D to duplicate. And about there. There we go. So that's what we have so far. We'll have to extend the front section of our frame as well, which is okay. We're going to give this guy some thickness. and I'm checking on the shape of the front of the Jeep, which is impossible to see with these reference images, but that's okay. How to deal with those. Okay, so let's see how we're doing on time. Okay, I'm going to call it quits for this section, which will allow me to get some more reference images, and then we'll continue in part 3. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next part. Bye.